morning, everyone. I'm Noreen, and welcome to my kitchen. And you've watched the chocolate orange hot cocoa and the white chocolate raspberry hot cocoa. And I had a couple of requests, which I thought was funny because I'd already planned on doing this, for a chocolate mint cocoa mix, which is what we're going to make today. And we're going to employ the extra noisy task of grinding some chips. So what I have is these dark chocolate and mint morsels, and this is a 10-ounce bag. Now, you can use 1 or 2 of these. It's completely up to you. And I think I'm going to use 2. So let me grab the other bag. Because I can't think of anything else I will use this for. Excuse me, let me have a scissor handy. Alright. So, and if you'll recall when we made the toffee cocoa last year, the toffee coffee drink, you know what, I think I just will use 1, and then maybe we'll do something else with the other one. That's fine. But we turn on the food processor first and get it going, and then we will pour the chips in there, and they will get ground up into a fine powder. So here we go. It's going to be noisy. It doesn't take long. Well, it smells minty and chocolatey. It's so nice. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be plenty. Now we have our ground up chips, and this is going to be the chocolatey base for our cocoa. Now, I had several people ask me, where do I get my powdered milk? I got my powdered milk, which is a powdered milk alternative from Honeyville, but you don't have to. You can go to your grocery store and buy non-fat dry milk powder. And when I do that, I like to buy it. It comes, this one is from Walmart. It comes in a box with 10 envelopes that make 1 quart each. I like these because they're portion controlled. And because when I bake my bread, I actually use milk powder in my bread because it's a nice amendment. Now, there's 1 cup of milk powder in one of these. So if you're going to use those envelopes, you're going to need 2 of them because we need 2 cups of milk powder. My dogs are playing in the background. That's what you hear. And we need a cup of creamer powder. And this is plain creamer powder. This just adds richness and body to your cocoa. And then we're going to add 2 cups of powdered sugar. Because we are not adding any pudding mix to this cocoa. You could if you wanted to. And we're going to add some cocoa. What a novel idea. I'm going to add 1 cup of cocoa powder. Maybe we'll go 1.5 cups. Let's do that. We'll do 1.5 cups of cocoa powder. Really boost that chocolate flavor.
Get crazy.
You can't mess this up. I'm not kidding you. What's the worst that can happen? You have to use a little more in your cup? That would be tragic. Okay. Now I'm going to get this going. Get it mixed up really well. You'll be able to see when it is well incorporated. But you see this is the layer of chips from the bottom, and it's making its way up to the top now. So that once it starts to turn over, everything will be really well incorporated. And there there goes the cocoa. See, it's going in layers. Eventually, it will be mixed perfectly. But the chips are heavier than everything else, so see, and there they start. They're going to start to go into the center. You can see them coming out in the bottom now. Just pay attention to your food processor, and yours may not work like mine does. Yours may look differently. But it's starting to blend well. What I'm saying is, you may have to blend it longer than you expect to get a good blend. And then once you dump this in a plastic bag, then you can mix it up anyway, even more. So I can see it's really starting to go now. So. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it?
Reminds me of the big giant eye on Jupiter. Giant red eye.
Okay, there is one more ingredient we're going to add, and that is peppermint extract. Now I understand you're looking at me and going, that's liquid, and this is dry. It is. However, this is alcohol. It's going to dissipate and evaporate, but the flavor that is concentrated in here is going to remain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of peppermint extract. Okay? And I know that seems like a lot, but I'm just going to stream it in gently, and I'm going to let that continue blending. And it's all going to be fine. And now you can really smell the mint in there. Now the chips have the mint flavor, but at some point I think it's not quite enough. And when we're going to have mint cocoa, I think we ought to really have mint cocoa. So let's add some pure extract in there. And it's going to be great. Now you're definitely going to want to store this in an airtight container, bag, jar, number 10 can would be perfect, and it'll all be good. Don't throw those number 10 cans away if you empty them, folks, because they're good for a lot of things, even if you fill it with sand and use it as a doorstop. We did make a joke about that.
Dry milk powder.
Oh, dry milk powder. You know you're a prepper when you have a can of dry milk powder as a doorstop. Because it was available. So, there we go. See? Now, if you want to make this a chocolate peppermint mocha, all you have to do is make it with some hot coffee, which I'll go ahead and do right now so you can see. But I'm not going to show you me because it's Sunday morning and I am not fit to be seen. I need...
Still on our jammies.
I am still in my jammies, it's true. I need a quarter cup. I'm going to add a quarter cup to my coffee cup here. There we go. And I'm going to add some hot coffee. There we go. Get a spoon. Who's fussing? Well, it smells really good. I mean, it's chocolate and mint. How could you go wrong? Pour your coffee into it. How could you really go wrong? But if you're not a coffee drinker, just do it with don't show me. Just do it with hot water. That's nice. You will like that.
I won't.
You won't, because you're not a mint person. All right, then. Chocolate, mint hot cocoa. Peppermint hot cocoa. That's how I'm going to show you how to do it. Let your imagination go wild. If you feel like adding some pudding in here, go ahead. Add a couple of boxes of chocolate fudge pudding. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to add to the chocolate flavor, and it's going to boost the texture and the smoothness of your end product. So, I hope you try it. I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.